Hi everyone, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Aileen, and here we like to talk about all things makeup, mostly luxury makeup, skincare, and fashion. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then keep on watching. So today, we're going to create an eye look with the Ombres Tweed 04 Tweed Brun Et Rose. The embossing on these is absolutely stunning. If it looks like I've played in it, it's because I have. I thought I was filming and I did not press record. So I did create this eye look, but it's okay. We will go ahead and recreate it on this side. So let me go ahead and swatch these for you, and then we'll create the eye look. So I do already have them swatched on my hand, and they are 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first two shades are like a satin, but I think because this one's lighter, it's catching more light. This is a shimmer and this is a matte, but the mattes that I've seen are so soft that you can easily confuse them for satin. This is the fourth of the 4 tweed palettes that I am playing with. I will have the other 3 videos linked down below in the description box for easeability and access, for you to check out the ones that you're most interested in, if any. Again, the embossing on these is absolutely stunning. If you are buying it strictly for the embossing, you will see I have swatched these and created one eye look. The embossing will start to go down. It's inevitable, but the great thing about these is they come with these little tweed bags. So these little tweed bag pouches is where you would store them, and to make it better, all of the tweed bags correspond to the color story of the palette. These are like the bronzies, and these are the grays, and they're just all different, which I really like. The embossing is not going to stay around forever. So let's move on to an eye look. I'm going to start with this deeper shade, and just really, and like I said in the other videos, for the sake of the video, I am using all 4 shades, but these will be beautiful 1 and dones, 2 and dones. Some palettes have more pigment than others. So if you're interested in a color story, I definitely suggest checking out the video. I do know Jennifer from All Feisty will have all 4 videos as well, if you would like to see the shadows on a fairer skin tone. So there's that deepest shade, and I did apply that with the Sonia G Crease Pro. So now with my BK Beauty 201, I am just going to soften that out, and then dip into this lighter shade, tap that off, and really just soften that up. But because it has a sheen to it, it really gives a nice brow bone highlight as well. So next, into this shade here with a Unit 308, I'm just going to tap that in right next to where we finished with the darker shade, to just have it go from darkest to lightest, the lightest being on the inner part of the eye to really open up the eye. So next, I'm just going to flip that Unit 308 and dip into the pink shade. You didn't get to see my reaction, but I was stunned at the pigment this shade gives without wetting the shadow. And just tapping. This is absolutely beautiful. And you can definitely swipe, you can tap. The blendability of these palettes is so effortless. And like I said, I would love I would do 2 and done all day, every day. I would apply this all over the lid. And with this shade here, just give a little dimension and I would be done. I would totally be done. So now going back into my BK Beauty 201, no additional product. I'm just going to buff that out. And when I realized I wasn't filming, I was saying that this is the second time I filmed today. So like my eyes swollen out here on the outer V. So right here where it looks like the shadow skipped, it did not. That's where like the little veins of my eyes are swollen there from rubbing the eye makeup off just to film again. So here, this one doesn't look like it is swollen and it performed just as well. But it looks, if I see it on the viewfinder, it looks like it skipped there and there. But those are just my little eye veins that are not happy with me at the moment. So if you want to intensify this, you can definitely wet these, as I'm sure they will perform just as great. I did not. I did bring that shade in as an inner highlight as well. And if you want to amplify that inner highlight, you can go with a smaller brush. But I used the Unit 308 because it's tapered on the top and I was really able to get in there. But you can definitely get a smaller brush and just dab that right there if you want that to pop a little more. So for the lower lash line with a Refer 28 right on the tip, I'm going to go into the second darkest shade, just darken the lower lash line, the outer third. So that the dimension stays on the outside. And then after rubbing that off on a microfiber cloth, I'm going to go into this shade here and then buff that all the way across on the lower lash line. So here you are. Here's the eye look with no liner or mascara. I really, really like this palette a lot more than I anticipated. So let me apply some liner and mascara and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Here's the final eye look with eyeliner and mascara. As far as what I applied the Le Volume de Chanel in Noir. For liner, I tightline on the top with the Chantecaille liner in the shade Slate. The eye look was so pretty. I was scared to like do the line over the lashes and mess it up and mess up the eye look. So if you're like me and you don't like to do that, if you get a really creamy liner such as the Chantecailles and you slowly just push up into the waterline and rub it towards the lash line, you will get the appearance as if you place liner over on the lid above the lashes. It's a great trick. You can't mess it up. If you do, sometimes I do, you just go with a Q-tip, you fix that area and you flip the Q-tip over with some shadow and you dab it back on that area. It's a lot easier to fix than trying to remove a whole line. For the bottom waterline, I did place the Chanel Stylo U waterproof pencil in Rose Cuivre. I just wanted to give that pink from the top and really brighten it. And then for the lip, I wish I had like a more muted pink. That's what I was looking for, but I couldn't find it. And I was like, I could mix a nude. And I was like, you know what? We'll go with this one. So you see the shade in its true form. And this is, I took it out of the refill so I could read the name. It is the 822 Rose Supreme. So here is the final look. I am loving this quad a lot more than I anticipated. Each quad is special in its own way. I feel like Fauve and this one are pretty close as like to tie for first place. And then Pourpre is beautiful, but it's more of a wash of color. It's like I said, some of them are more intense in color than others, but it's my go-to everyday color story. So that's like pushing second if I consider this in fall to be in first place. And then that will come next. The palette that I would pick last, just because I think it's absolutely stunning, but for me, I don't like glittery toppy shades, is Cuivre. It does have like a glittery topper shade, and topper shades are not something I often reach for. But if you check out the video, the look is absolutely stunning. You don't have to use the topper. But if I personally want a quad, I want a quad that I could use all 4 shades, that I enjoy all 4 shades. But let me know down in the comments, which one are you interested in, if any? Do you plan on picking them up? Which color story speaks to you? And are you excited? I'm excited to have these. I'm excited to have them in my collection. And I'm excited to continue creating eye looks using these palettes. Thank you all so much for coming. And until next time, don't forget, we're all perfectly imperfect. Bye.